Hello friends, welcome to Learn the Basics channel. In this video, we'll learn how a computer program runs. Before the computers, there were only hardwares like nuts, bolts, wheels. So, humans thought of an invention and made the computer with bits, that is, ones and zeros. So, any command like add 1 and 2 were given in ones and zeros. Suppose if the command for add is 1 0 0 0 1 something like that, and for 1 the command should be 1 1 0 something, and for 2 it should be 1 1 0 here, like that. There were specific commands for specific tasks. So actually, these commands were in the machine languages. Thus, every machines that we see now have machine language. Then it was a bit difficult, really, to we don't know whether this one is one or this one is one for a newcomer. So a easier language, an assembly language, was created. This one uses just like English. If you have to say add 1 and 2, you can type add. Sorry, my English is not good. Writing in the laptop. Add 1 and 2. Thus, this command will work on the assembly. No, it's not correctly the assembly language. I'm just giving an example that English-like languages were used in the assembly languages, but still, it wasn't easy for humans to remember these assembly languages. And for making complex programs, these assembly languages weren't enough. So, in the 21st century, we are using high-level languages like C, C++, Python, Fortran, etc. So you will be thinking that machine languages are outdated. No, every machines have machine languages. If I am writing a C program, then this C program is in a high-level language. Yes, high-level language are the languages which can be understood by human beings. So this C program is a high-level language, and a high-level language is directly converted into an intermediate state language and then to machine language. Thus, ultimately, the machine languages are there in the computers. So, every high-level language will be converted into machine language. If you are writing a Python program, if you are saying anything .py, then it will be converted into a machine language. Yeah, into a machine language. So actually, all of the programs we are learning will be in high level language, and it will be converted into an intermediate state just for easier, and then it is converted into machine language. Thus, in in Python, there are a few examples like print. Then we can add the string. So when we are typing, saying print and adding string, this while converting to machine language, it will be a bunch of statements, bunch of codes. I'm just typing one line print hi, but while converting, it will be converted into a bunch of codes. That's why machine languages are difficult to remember and high level languages are used in nowadays. So let's go to the coding part. Friends, now let's do a C program. Open the Dev C++ that I previously installed, and now click the file, click the new and source file. Now I'm going to write a C program. So guys, here is a C program. Actually, this hash include stdio.h. This line is called a preprocessor directive. Hash include is a preprocessor directive, and this stdio.h is a header file. It's a file. So what I'm doing is, before executing this body, I am asking the program to include this file to my this file. So let me save it in the name. Sorry, control save in the desktop. Let's type hi.c hi and save it. So I'm saving it as hi.c. Now I'm including stdio.h file into my hi.c. So why stdio.h? The meaning of stdio.h including is to print a statement or to scan a statement. We should call some functions. We should write some functions. So stdio means standard input output. So the standard input output functions are in this file. So to invoke it, we have to write this statement, and then only it can be printed. So this printf statement here, printf, this statement is used to display anything. If I am writing hi, or let's say hello world, this hello world, it will be displayed in the terminal uh, when executed. Okay, let's execute the program. First of all, compile. I have said it in the earlier that these are in the high level language. I am writing a high level language. So to execute something, we should write it in a we should the machine should understand it machine level language, that is ones and zeros. I don't know what are these, but I just wrote it. But in machine language, there are specific meaning for this line. So only ones and zeros are understood by the machines. So I have to compile and check whether the code are right or there is any error. Let me run it. Processing C file. Okay, there are some. Oh yeah, I have the C++ compiler. No, it's C. Um, excuse me. Okay, this here it said warning. Okay, actually the original function is printf, printf, but I just deleted the t statement to just to show what an error is. I'm just clicking compile. Now here you can see it's written error. This is what you have to make it correct, otherwise the program won't work. The warning can be ignored, but the error can't. So type the printf, save the file, compile it, Although it's a warning, I will say what the warnings are. Although it's a warning, let's compile, run it. Here. In the terminal, I have displayed hello world. So to display anything, you have to write printf statement. Okay. And a program will only start from void main. No, okay, not void, the main function. Here it is known as main function. So the program in C only starts the main. Anything written above or below will be considered only if it is invoked in this. I'll come to later. So now if I'm writing here, allow to yeah, just a statement. Allow monkeys and a compiled. Actually, you should compile every statement and then only you should run it. Think of it like this one. You can only write a pen with a refill. If the refill is empty, you can't write it after it. You have to refill. You have to buy another refill and then put it in. Then only we can write it. That's why if you have to run the program, you have to compile it. If you compile it once and you have to run it many times, you can do it. But if you have made any changes, then you have to compile it again to make the effect in the output. So compile the program, then run it. Yeah, I love monkeys. Okay. Now what's the warning? Return type of main is not int. It's saying that here the void can be it should be written as int, but it's not an error, so it can be written as void and also as main int. Okay, int. Okay, this means if you have writing int main, then we have to write return 0. This is because um, when it is writing void, we don't have to return anything. It is void. Void means null, nothing. That means we have to do it. You have to do nothing. But here it is written int. So we have to return anything in the integer type. So I am returning just return 0. Now and while writing a program, the good habits are making a comment. I just made a comment. This line here, this line is known as comment. The comments are made by two backslashes. So after these slashes, anything you write in single line will be marked as a comment and it won't affect the program. So when I remove these slashes, okay, I'm saving it and sorry. For your lines. Okay, now I'm saving it. I said earlier that we should compile every program and then run it. Now I just saved it haven't compiled and I'm going to run the program here. I said I love lions, but here the output is I love monkeys because it is not compiled. The old compiled program is output. So you have to first compile the program. Here in the compile log you can see 0 errors and 0 warnings. This is the thing we need, and then run it. So now you can see I love lions. Do you see, this is my first program. This line is not affected in this one. See, this line is not affected. If I remove these slashes and save it and compile, sorry. So when I compile, see here, error, unknown type name this. This means there are a lot of error. That means this line is an error. It affects the program. So when I make a comment, this line is not affected. And if you want to make a multiple lines, that means this is my first program, and like this, and I like monkey, I like lions, blah blah. Well, it's, you have to write double slash every time, but to make a multiple line comment, you can type like this, slash and then asterisk, then what you want to write. This is my first program, then asterisk and star. You can see here that in this one I placed double slash, then this is my first program. If I enter again and type, it's not a comment here. See, the lines, the color of the lines are different, so this is not a comment. So but in this one it is a multi-line comment, asterisk, sorry, slash and asterisk as the starting one, and the asterisk and the star, sorry, asterisk and the slash are the ending ones. So you have to write it in the same order, otherwise it will be an error. Now if we save it and run, save, compile, 0 errors, then run. See, I love lines, and these lines are not affected. If you have still doubt, then try the one we have learned. I have said that this function will display anything which is written in these codes. Yes, printf will print, display anything which is written under inside these double quotes. It's a double quote. Okay, so I am writing printf, hi, how are you? Okay, actually this should work if the comment is not there. Okay, hi, how are you? This should work, but let's see. Okay, 0 errors. See, the only line printf statement is I love you. Hi, how are you is not in the output. That means this line, this comment is not affected in the program. So please make sure that everything is strictly followed, because in C everything has rule. After main function there should be parenthesis, open and close, then a curly braces, then a printf statement which is required is followed by a parenthesis, then a double quotes, and a closing double quote, then closing parenthesis, and a semicolon. So you might have noticed that after this statement I have written a semicolon, and after return 0 I have written a semicolon. This means that every statement ends in a semicolon. So I am writing again printf. Okay, I missed a T. Printf nice to meet you. Here you see there is a semicolon here also, and there is a semicolon. If I miss the semicolon and compile it, you can see the error. Now in this you can see when I okay, my cursor is here. Okay, my cursor is in this first comment, and when I double click it, my cursor automatically comes to this point. This means that it is an error which is pointed here. So what is it saying? Expected semicolon before return. That means before the return statement is executed, that means this line. In this line, a semicolon is expected. We know where the semicolon should come. Here, right? Okay, then here should be the semicolon. That will be before return. Yes, before the return statement is here. And now when I compile it, you don't need to save it every time. You can compile it anyway, because while compiling the Dev C++ will save it and then only it will compile. Now it shows 0 error 0 warning here. I love lines, nice to meet you. See, I have printed I love lines and nice to meet you, but not this. This is a comment. So this one is a multi-line comment. Sorry, this is a single line comment. So why do we need comments? Anyway, these programs are small, right? How much did it took? Okay, it's 17 lines. Here the lines are counted 17 lines, but there may be lines of hundreds or thousands of codes. At that time, we should know what we are writing. Later, when I see the program again, I should know what the program is for. So we can write it. This program prints statements. So after a while, when I come back to this program again, I'll know this program prints statements. Oh, so this is the program for printing the statement. Yeah, that's why we are using the comments. Comments are used for noting or for making what the program, that code is for. Hey friends, if you're a newcomer, subscribe the video and click the bell icon to get the latest updates. And if you have any doubts, comment it. Thank you for watching.